Y'all, first of all, man, I just need you to take me back to day one. What was that point that y'all realized that he needed to get down with this hip hop thing, man? And then also in New Orleans, y'all were cranking that thing up from the beginning. So what was that like to the hip hop scene in New Orleans before y'all even came into it?
Oh man, the hip hop scene was like it was a lot of different MCs back when we called it, hip hop. It was hip hop before the bounce thing really happened in New Orleans. We were really on the scene. We started out actually doing talent shows, and we was a group called the Sporty MCs. It was me, Tech Nine. His name was MC Food at the time. My name was Polo P. Yeah. And my little sister, which was 3 years old, we was the Sporty MCs, and we won every talent show in New Orleans. And we used to rap positive back then. It was before the bounce scene. And we actually won the WYLD talent show. It was the biggest radio station in New Orleans at the time. We won a talent show, and we won a contract to actually cut a single. Mm-hmm. Well, that didn't happen. We never did cut the single, so that like tore our dreams of rapping up right there. So we stopped. We was at the tender age of like 12, 11 years old then, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So we left it alone all the way to like 19, 18 years old. We started back up. That's when bounce came around. And we actually saw people really cutting records and actually getting deals in New Orleans, you know what I mean? So we already knew we had it in us. So we just picked up the mic again and gave it a try.
Yes, sir. How did y'all wind up forming UNLV though?
Well, then that's when we left the name Sporty MCs alone. Told my little sister leave. We 18, 19 this time at this time. So we like telling her to chill out. We in the clubs now. So we actually used to be with 5 other dudes, and we used to call ourselves Uptown Niggas Living Violent before we started rapping again. So once me and Tech started rapping again, Yellow was always around and stuff, but at this time he was dancing. Me and Tech was rapping, and we called ourselves UNLV. We just used that name from the group of like people that we used to hang with to our rap name for the for the group. Yeah. Later on we added Yellow Boy to the group. That's when you get Eddie Ball and shit like that. You know what I mean? Once Cash Money came in the picture, that's when we Yellow decided that he wanted to rap, and we added him to the group.
What was it like linking up with an early Cash Money, a young Mannie Fresh, a young Baby and Slim, man? What was that like at that time for y'all?
Man, it was like it was amazing, bro. Especially to be around Fresh. Yeah. We musically inclined. We always was in a band and music stuff like that. So we knew about music, and to hook up with somebody like that, it was like a dream already to come true for us. You know what I'm saying? But meeting executives like Baby and Slim, that was a great a great experience, I should say. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I mean, we learned a lot from them. They taught us a lot, and just to be around real execs that was that young coming from New Orleans, you know what I'm saying? It was a hell of an experience.
Did you think that what y'all was about to embark upon was going to be legendary and that we was going to have this conversation 30 years later?
To be honest with you, yeah.
I'm with you.
The third album, by our third album, I knew we was on to something. You know what I'm saying? I knew we really had loyal fans. Mm-hmm. We was moving a lot of units. We was getting to where we wanted to be, and we was comfortable with it. Yeah. So I saw longevity from there. You know what I'm saying? I really did. I pictured myself 10 years from now, probably before I got the chance to be a CEO, to still be being an artist. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. 6th and Baronne, man, putting that album together with Mannie, what was that like at that time for y'all?
Ooh. Oh man, well, 6th and Baronne, man, that was the very first album that we did with Cash Money. All right, we sitting on crates. We had 3 crates sitting in Mannie Fresh kitchen with one microphone with a card on it, actually recording that album. No studio involved. I mean, it's just on a ride and reel. This is where we recording that, man. You know what I'm saying? So for us to go through what we went through to record that album and get the results that we did from it, I feel it was a big blessing, man.
What was it like when y'all dropped that album and you started to see folks going crazy for UNLV and y'all were making a stain in the game though?
Right. That was love, man. I was love, bro. You know, we really felt the love at that time, and that pushed us to continue to do what we was doing.
With Mannie at the time, he was just a young producer. Did y'all know that Mannie was gonna go on to be one of the greatest producers of all time at that time either?
Well, to be honest with you, B, we was looking at Mannie like he was a Dre in, man. You know, like he was that producer.
Yeah.
You know, we wouldn't record with anybody unless it was Mannie Fresh during this time. You know what I mean? I mean, yeah, he was definitely like a legend to us when we met him. So I guess to answer your question, I guess he always in my eyes was that producer. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Straight out of the gutter with it. Y'all had to come back with that second album. What was the differences with that sophomore thing, man?
Well, the sophomore thing was, you know, we showed a little growth in it, a little more growth and maturity in it. You know what I'm saying? So we really was trying to extend our concepts and reach different boundaries with it. You feel me? And, you know what I'm saying? Talk about different subjects and stuff like that and remain ourselves at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a challenge, but I think we overcame it. But our third album was really the one that really set it off. You know what I'm saying? Set everything off, solidified us.
That Mac, Meth, Calio. First of all, break down the Mac, the Meth, and the Calio for those that don't know and understand.
All right. First of all, we from 6th and Baronne.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 6th and Baronne is in the third wall. And in the third wall, you have three projects. You got the Magnolia, you got the Melphamine, and you got the Calio. And the third wall is the only projects with the third wall is the only hood with three projects in it. And those projects never could get along. So we like try to, you know, put it all together. You feel me? And that's where you got Mel Calio from. You know what I'm saying? We had the Melphamine running with the Calio running with the Magnolia. You know, we put that together like that.
When you think about those projects and then after Katrina, a lot of that stuff being torn down, how does that make you feel when you ride back through those areas and it's not the same?
I mean, by doing what they did, it's really hard for you to say, damn, I was standing right here when this happened. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't no vivid picture anymore. You know, it's totally different now. And the vibe is not the same. And it's just, I mean, I always love the culture, love my city, you know, but it ain't the same.
How do you feel like Katrina changed the city? And were you there when all hell broke loose, y'all?
Yeah, I was there. I had just came from Mississippi doing the show. August 29th is my birthday. So Katrina happened on my birthday. We call ourselves sticking it out. Me and Tech stayed in New Orleans. We're staying on the West Bank at the time. Mm-hmm. We stayed there till like September 1st. And when we heard that the lights was going to be off for like another month, we decided we had to bounce, you know, so we left from there. We didn't get, you know, no damage didn't happen to our place where we was at or nothing like that. We didn't get flooded out. We was able to move around, but just the lights was out, you know, so I thank God, you know, I didn't go through a lot of water and all that kind of stuff, and neither did my family members. Yeah. So, you know, I didn't go through a lot of stuff besides losing my personal, you know, like my home's uptown and stuff like that. That got damaged, but that was replaceable. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.